Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking out the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Indeed. Thank you for your Yahusha, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahudim.
Shalom. Shalom, family. This is The Remnant Awakens, and I'm your brother, Pierre Ligi. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you've been following along, you know we don't shy away from the hard truths, and we don't sugarcoat the word. We're here to wake up the remnant, to call out deception, and to walk this narrow path together. So, wherever you are, maybe you're driving, maybe you're at home, maybe you're just trying to make sense of all this, just know you're not alone. We're in this together. Today, we're diving into something foundational. The Bible is one story, not a bunch of random books, not a collection of disconnected ideas, but a single, true covenant path from beginning to end. Let's get into it. So, let's start at the very beginning. Genesis, Bereshit. In the beginning, Yahuwah created the heavens and the earth, everything. The stars, the oceans, the animals, the trees. He spoke, and it was. But the most important part, He created mankind in His image. That's you, that's me. We were made to rule under Him, to reflect His character, His order, His righteousness. And you know, sometimes we forget that Torah, His instructions, were built into creation itself. It's not just a list of rules that showed up at Sinai. Nah, it's the blueprint for life, for order, for shalom, the way things are supposed to be. But, you know, it didn't take long for things to go sideways. Adam and Chawa, Eve, chose their own way. They listened to the serpent, and sin entered the world. Death, separation, chaos. That's when mankind became lawless, disconnected from the source. But even in that moment, Yahuwah didn't just leave us hanging. He promised a redeemer, the seed of the woman, the Mashiach. From the very beginning, there was hope. There was a plan to restore what was lost. Now, fast forward a bit. Yahuwah chooses Abraham, not because he was perfect, but because he believed. Through Abraham, then Isaac, then Yaakov, Jacob, he creates a people, Yasharel, their whole purpose, to be a light to the nations, to show the world what righteousness looks like, to bring the nations back to Torah, back to the Creator. It's not about being special for the sake of pride, but about being chosen for a mission. And, you know, as I shared in my own story a couple episodes back, that calling is still alive today. It's about identity, but it's also about responsibility. So, Yasharel ends up in Egypt, right? Slavery, oppression, all that. But Yahuwah delivers them with a mighty hand. And at Mount Sinai, something incredible happens. A covenant marriage. Yahuwah gives them the Torah, commandments, statutes, the Moedim, the appointed times, the whole covenant package. This wasn't just for them, but for the nations watching. Deuteronomy 4, Isaiah 49. Go check those out. They were called to be a witness, to show the world what it looks like to walk in covenant with the Most High. And as we talked about in the episode on Torah food laws, even the smallest instructions have deep meaning and purpose. But, man, here's where it gets real. Yashar'el rebelled. They started chasing after idols, mixing with pagan nations, doing their own thing. Yahuwah sent prophet after prophet, warning, pleading, calling them back, but they broke the covenant. And just like he said in Deuteronomy chapter 28, they were scattered. Slavery, oppression, loss of identity. And honestly, if you look at history, you see this play out. The true Hebrews scattered, suffering, forgotten by the world, but not by Yahuwah, never by him. But here's the good news, the best news. Yahusha came, the promised seed, the living Torah in the flesh. He walked perfectly in Torah, showed us the true way, and taught with authority. He died and rose again, not to start a new religion called Christianity, but to renew the covenant, to restore Yashar'el, and to graft in the nations. Like we talked about in the last episode, the true Besorah, the gospel, is about redemption, covenant, and resurrection hope. It's not about escaping to heaven, but about the restoration of all things, right here on earth. But, after Yahusha, something tragic happened. Rome stepped in and corrupted the faith. They took out Torah, replaced it with lawlessness, created false feasts, and built a whole system, Babylon, really, a religion called Christianity with a false gospel, with a false Messiah called Jesus Christ, which is not even Yahusha. They are two different persons, a lawless one and a Torah keeper one. And as we've exposed in previous episodes, this is where so much confusion comes from. People think they're following the Messiah, but they're really following traditions of men and Mystery Babylon. That's why we gotta wake up, family. We gotta test everything, go back to the source. And now, in these last days, Yahuwah is awakening his people. The remnant is rising. People are waking up to their true identity, coming out of Babylon, returning to Torah, to the covenant, to the true names. It's not just about information, it's about transformation, about coming out of deception and into the light. And honestly, I see it everywhere. People from all nations, all backgrounds, hearing the call. It's powerful, and it's just the beginning. But we can't ignore what's coming. The beast system is rising. Persecution of the remnant is real, and it's gonna get more intense. But don't lose hope. The second Exodus is coming. Isaiah 11, Jeremiah 23. Yahusha will return, restore the kingdom to Yashar'el, and there will be a new heaven and new earth. Revelation 21 and 22. Those who keep the commandments and the belief of Yahusha will enter in. That's the end of the story, but really, it's just the beginning. So family, stay awake, stay faithful, and keep walking the true covenant path and the narrow way. Brothers and sisters, this is the true story of the whole Bible. Creation, covenant, rebellion, scattering, redemption, awakening, restoration, kingdom. You are part of this story. The awakening is happening now. The time is now to return to the whole covenant, to come out of Babylon, and to prepare for the coming King. Will you walk this narrow path? Will you be part of the remnant? And that's it for today. I'm Pierre Ligi, your brother from the tribe of Yehuda, and this is The Remnant Awakens. If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe if you're awakening to truth, and comment below what stood out to you most today. And if you know someone still sleeping, share this episode with them. And one last thing. If this channel ever disappears, don't lose touch. Join my email list. The link is in the video description. And among my links on my YouTube channel homepage, so I can keep sending you truth no matter what happens. Until next time, Shalom. See you all on the next episode.
Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour onto me, and thank you for breaking out the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahusha, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahweh.